Fantastic episode of Orange Glad You Don't Know Me. I am your host, the one, the only, Kelsey Evans, and today, look what I bought. Ta-da! Won't You Be My Neighbor? With Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I think this is a documentary about Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I did a review about the Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood movie. This is like a real-life documentary about Mr. Rogers. This is really cool. 4 stars from the Washington Post. And it says, a little kindness makes a world of difference. And yes, it does, guys. There's the pictures on the back. And, yeah. Won't You Be My Neighbor? So it takes an intimate look at Fred Rogers, a creative genius who inspired generations of children with compassion and limitless imagination. There hadn't been anything like Mr. Rogers on television before, and there hasn't been since. So, I'm gonna watch this movie. And I'm watching this for the first time, and I'm gonna do a review of the movie after I get done with it. So, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so we got the menu screen. We got Mr. Fred Rogers, and there's no additional features. The show is Mr. Rogers putting on his famous sweater, and I can't wait to watch this. In 3, 2, 1, go. So I got done watching Won't You Be My Neighbor, a documentary about Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, and it was amazing. And it showed the behind-the-scenes story about Mr. Rogers, and I learned a lot, and a lot of the movie now makes sense. The one I saw of Tom Hanks, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Watching this and a lot of that stuff, man, that movie makes more sense now. He really seemed like he was a really good guy who tried to do everything right. And I agree with a lot of the things that Mr. Rogers did. He spread kindness to the world. It's so sad that he's no longer with us, but his spirit lives on. And I give this movie a 100 out of 100. Beautiful movie, and I suggest it to everyone. It'll change your spirits, guys. It'll put you in a good mood to watch this. You know, when I was younger, I used to watch Mr. Rogers. My favorite thing about Mr. Rogers was a trolley. Who remembers a trolley from Mr. Rogers? I do. I used to tell my mom, I'd be like, Mom, look, the trolley! Like, classic. So, I highly recommend this movie. 100 out of 100. It sends a great message. And stay tuned for another episode of Orange Glad You Don't Know Me, where random things are constantly always randomly happening. Signing off. Go buy this movie, please.